Funding for college wrestling has been provided by Paul Hufford, David Ryan, Jim Miller, Randy Majors, Tim Johnson. For a full list of funders, visit iowapbs.org/college wrestling. And by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
It's college wrestling from Hodges Fieldhouse on the campus of Iowa Central Community College in Fort Dodge, Iowa. It's a women's and men's doubleheader as the Indian Hills Warriors take on the Iowa Central Tritons. First up, the women. Hello everyone, I'm Tim Johnson along with 10-time national champion coach Jim Miller and the nation's premier women's wrestling authority, Kyle Klingman. Jim, another doubleheader on PBS. This is exciting.
Man, and tonight, the top two teams in the women's junior college in the nation.
And Kyle, when you think about these women's teams, what comes to your mind?
Returning 5-time champions in Indian Hills. Iowa Central would love to change that, and then you have some great matchups. 110 is going to be crucial. You have a returning All-American against the national champion. And then Circle 160, Val Hamilton is a U17 world silver medalist. She's going against the returning national champion. That could decide the duel.
Well, you talk about the NJCAA women's national rankings, and we've got the top-ranked women's team tonight, the top-ranked men's teams tonight, back-to-back on Iowa PBS. The pep band's here. The students are out. There's your national rankings.
Love that. You see Indian Hills lost to Southeast, but they're number 2 in the rankings, and Iowa Central number 3. This is going to determine a lot. This sets up everything for the national championships, which is going to be coming up in a few weeks.
Nice crowd here tonight. It's wintry night out there, and the pep band's out. The students are here. The first 250 got Chick-fil-A. That's not a bad way to get things going and get the guys out. You see that the students are out. They've come here to watch their Tritons against the powerful Indian Hills Warriors in both men's and women's, and we're starting out with the women's.
Look at that crowd, Tim, right away. Just full house here, and it's blistery weather outside, but it's not going to stop them from getting in to watch a great duel on Iowa PBS.
Full stomachs and the full house there. It's going to be great. The official tonight is Brooks Vanderkopse out of Iowa City, and we're getting ready to start at 103 pounds. 103 for Indian Hills is Brooklyn Noel, a sophomore out of Moore, Oklahoma. She was 3rd last year at Southeast, and she's transferred from Southeast. She was 3rd at 110. She's down to 103. Going up against Erica Pastoriza, sophomore out of Wyoming Seminary, Phoenix, Arizona native. She was a U17 gold and silver medalist, a transfer from William Jewell.
Yeah, watch out for this ankle pick. She's so good. Her dad is so influential in Arizona USA Wrestling. He is a reason that they have done so well with that state. And if you look at the 5 ranking, do not look at that. Erica Pastoriza has been on the scene for a long time. She has high-level credentials. She can win this thing.
You can see by the frame how Brooklyn was a 110-pounder.
Yeah.
And now she's slimmed down to 103.
Red attack! Noel, I mean, they're tying up. Some hand fighting going on. Nice reach in, but nothing going yet.
You're passive.
Make sure we look at the rules here. They have a passivity, so they called that, I believe, on Noel. So as you saw with freestyle rules, women's is freestyle. It's 0-0, and you have a situation here. Caught the position, and there's a 2-point takedown, Jim.
Yeah, take 2-point takedown. Nice job. And if nothing happens, they'll get put back up on their feet, but there's an arm bar in there by Noel. Here we go, and that's what's going to happen in freestyle. There's the action here. inside trip action by Pastora, but nothing happened, and Noel trying to go around and does score another takedown, 4-0.
2 more points, Noel out in front 4-0. The first matchup here in the top-ranked women's college wrestling match between Iowa Central and Indian Hills.
And you look at that situation, they don't give much time to work. They just really have to see that there's activity, that you're trying to get a turn. They brought them back to their feet quickly, and that is good for Pastora in this situation because she needs to get on the board. It's 4-0 right now in favor of Noel.
Pastora just in the tie-up. She needs to get some space, but nice single leg by Noel. Nothing going though. Good square up by Pastora.
2 3-minute periods with a 30-second break in between. 40 seconds left in the first period here. The first match of 20 matches tonight.
Actually 21, there's 11.
That's right,
yeah,
21.
There's 11, they have a 235 here.
Absolutely right, 21 matches, 11 weight classes in the women's junior college team.
All right, so we saw Noel come out explosive, get those 2 initial takedowns, and now it's Pastora trying to play catch up a little bit. And you can in freestyle because there's that big point scoring potential where you can go feet to back. And if she were able to do that, she would get 4 points, and then she would be leading on criteria. So no matches will go into overtime or sudden victory like it would in men's college wrestling. All matches will end at 6 minutes unless there's a technical superiority.
Here's a good look at Darren Wynn, 4-time All-American at McKendree as a wrestler himself, and at Zach Hensley, a couple times state champion out of Kansas, and then an alum of Iowa Central, back at his alma mater as the head coach for the women's team. He also wrestled at Nebraska. Zach Hensley, Darren Wynn leading their teams tonight. Don't miss a minute of today's action. Catch the live stream on YouTube and iowapbs.org.
And here we go, second period. Brooklyn Noel up 4-0 for Indian Hills. Erica Pastora needs to get on the board here to get back in this match.
Iowa Central really does need this match, Tim, because they know what they have in Erica Pastora. They know she is high level. They know she can score. They know she's offensive. She just needs to hit it. She's working the ties right now. We'll see what offense she can get generated. She has 220 to make it happen.
Talk about the importance of at least a point being scored as well as far as team.
Huge for team, because if you are able to keep it to a decision and you score a point, you will score a point for your team. So right now, if it ends 4-0, it would be 3 in favor of Indian Hills, 0 for Iowa Central. If Erica Pastora is able to get on the board, that's going to be a point for Iowa Central that can come up crucial at the end of the duel.
Shot by Pastora, nothing doing, trying to...
Good forward motion.
Yeah, she's really putting the pressure on her. Nice snap down, but Noel holding her ground.
You notice Noel doing a good job of controlling that wrist. She knows that Erica Pastora is good from space, that she can hit that inside trip, get to that ankle pick, just holding that wrist right there, Jim. That's a good tactic for her to just slow the pace down. She's got that 4-0 lead.
Jim, what do you, when you were coaching, how did you coach to get the guy off your wrist?
Well, you got to come down with your other hand and just take it off and then not go back. And then get in and pass like Pastora, get in the open here. She's been tied up and hasn't had any success.
There is a step up. First point for Erica Pastora. She is on the board. 1:09 to go. She's got to maintain this pace. She has to move forward. This is on her to make this happen.
Yeah, if you get a push out, that's 1 point, and that's just what happened. So it puts Iowa Central on the board, but still down 4-1. Pastora needs to get to the legs, give herself a chance here.
You got to be thinking 4 at this point if you're Erica Pastora, or get 2 scores. Takedown to a gut, takedown to a lace.
There's a stalemate in here, so back to 33 seconds left.
Going for that ankle pick. We'll see. 30 seconds to go.
Noel just playing some defense, but she can. She's up 4-1.
Short time, 15 seconds.
And she's got to go for a 4 at this point. That's the only option with 10 seconds to go. She's got to go for the 4-point move. Tries the inside trip.
Nothing there. It's going to end this way.
Indian Hills gets a victory in the first match at 103. 3 points for Indian Hills, 1 for Iowa Central. That's the score, 3-1 after a 4-1 victory for Brooklyn Noel for the Indian Hills Warriors.
Solid job by Brooklyn Noel.
We'll get ready for 110 pounds. Araya Maravellis, a sophomore out of Virginia Beach for Indian Hills, a returning national champion, going up against Molly Seck, sophomore out of Sioux City. She was an All-American last year, 4th at 25 in 2025. So Araya Maravellis, a returning national champ, steps on the match, and here comes Molly Seck.
Molly Seck has judo background. She has good throws. She might need it in this situation because they need something big to get on the board. 2-point advantage right now for Indian Hills. This is a big one for both teams.
Yeah, and Molly Seck, she's got good upper body, so she's got to give her, see if she can give herself a chance to get a big move here. But right away, nice ankle snap by Maravellis, and right to her back. She has Seck in trouble. Wow, beautiful job.
All right, so that's a feet-to-back variety, so that's why you get 4 points on that situation.
Great throw, great recovery by Seck, because she was, close to the match being over. So good effort.
Stop. Hey, center here.
Might have been a clock issue.
Yeah, I
Should
think
be
it was.
4-0.
No, that's not the question. You couldn't start the clock when it goes.
The coaches.
Is it working now?
It was a clock issue, and it looks like it's working right now.
Araya Maravellis, watch this. Real snatch single, drops her right to her back. You can see why she was a national champion last year. Very highly skilled here. Seck trying to get in on a high cross, but Maravellis going behind, has the ankle. Close to a takedown, there it is.
Red action.
6-0. Maravellis.
Good dominant start by Maravellis. Knows what it's like to be on top of the podium.
Well, if you're Maravellis, you really have to be smelling blood right now. You're up 6-0. Takedown and a turn ends it. 4-point move ends it. Right there you have 2. If she gets a turn, this will be over with that 8-0 lead. It could be a technical superiority without points, which gives your team 4. So this is a big opportunity right now for Maravellis.
10-point separation is a technical superiority. Gives the team 4 points.
Blue, up.
Be a great start for Indian Hills.
Tim, they're the returning 5-time champs for a reason. They're coming out on fire, and we see why they're so good.
Minute 20 left in the first period. Getting close to the edge. No push out. A lot of hand fighting going on. 1 minute left, first period.
Good look at Zach Hensley, head coach for Iowa Central. That is alma mater. That slide by really good, that first initial takedown for Maravellis. Short time now, getting down to 30 seconds left in the first period. One more score, takedown, would end this match if Maravellis was able to accomplish it. Right now, good hand fighting, as you said, Jim, by Molly Seck, continuing the fight, trying to live for another period.
15 seconds left.
Good position and good fight by Seck to stay in there.
Maravellis had a really nice leg snatch right away early in the match, and I think she could go back to it if she wanted to.
30 seconds.
Here's a replay here. Nice shot, but she almost pancakes Seck over immediately after the shot for another big score.
Okay.
Stay connected with Iowa PBS Sports no matter where you're watching from. Join the conversation. Follow us on Facebook and X and use hashtag Iowa PBS Sports to enjoy wrestling with other fans. Maravellis comes out, the returning national champion for Indian Hills. She's ahead 8-0. Virginia Beach Prep up against the Sioux City, Iowa, Molly Seck, who's down 8-0. Lived to fight another period, but needs to score herself to close the gap. Get a point on the board, not only for herself, but for the team.
This is big for Seck. Even though it's 8-0, she has an opportunity to score points. If she could just keep it to a decision with points, if she's able to get on the board, that's essentially a 2-point swing, because right now you're looking, if she's not able to keep it that way, it's 3-0 on the scoreboard. If Maravellis is able to get a tech, she would be 4-0 on the scoreboard. Boy, scoring a point's big right now for Molly Seck.
Every point counts, especially in a meet like tonight. Top-ranked Indian Hills, Iowa Central.
Maravellis has really been strong on her feet here. I mean, just a nice slide by there, but she really hasn't any weaknesses here that Seck could actually get to. She hasn't got to her legs. She hasn't been able to really get an advantage with the hand fight.
Seck has done a nice job of fending off the attack. She probably wishes she had that first 30 seconds back.
Oh, there you go, underhook. But once again, Maravellis trying to get behind. If she does, that's another takedown and the match will end. There it is.
And there's the two. Good fight by Seck, but Maravellis, the national champion, gets a technical superiority, 4 points on the board. It's now 7-1. Indian Hills after the first two matches.
Here's the last go behind. Took her a little bit to get there, but Seck fought her off for a while. Good effort, but yeah, the Maravellis, the national champ, kind of shows you how she got there.
Getting ready for 117 pounds. Abby Rivero, a freshman out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. She's got a first and a second in the Oklahoma State Championships. Up against Annette Campos, a sophomore out of Glendale, Arizona. She was 5th. She was an All-American last year at 110. Up a weight class, returning All-American, going up against a freshman, Abby Rivero.
Another one of the Arizona pipeline, Erica Pastoriza from Arizona. You have Campos from Arizona. Just seen a lot of good women's wrestlers come out of Arizona as of late.
Nice duck action by Rivero.
Double
under.
Get a push out, whoa!
Now I think Campos, I thought she might have got a step out.
So Campos turns it around a little bit because it looked like Rivero was going to score. Campos out ahead 2-0 now with that takedown at the edge.
I think it's Rivero is up 2-0.
They gave that to Rivero,
yeah. The takedown to Rivero.
My mistake,
Nice
Rivero.
Oh, wow, Rivero, nice job. Kind of a Big throw.
2 and 1.
Yeah, so what they gave there, they gave the 2 exposure because it was from the knees, and they gave a 1 reversal. So they're going to challenge the call. They're going to ask what the situation was.
Wow, that was...
Boy, this place is erupting right now.
We got some action going on. This is awesome.
So Campos
Let's see what they're gonna
scored.
call this.
Here we go. Campo hits a toss.
2, 1.
So Campo got the exposure,
Here we go.
And
and the Rivero got the reversal for 1.
Yep.
so Rivero still in front, 3-2. On their feet. A very active first minute in the first period of this 117-pound match. There's a shot
Campo shot.
by Campos.
Snap down, go behind Rivero, but nothing going. Rivero shoots in, gets in on a single. Campo squaring up, really heavy hips here. Good defense.
Any kind of action from the Tritons tonight is going to get a reaction from the crowd. It's a great, active crowd. Iowa Central in the dark blue.
Shot by Campo, spin around, Rivero. Nice job.
2 more points for Rivero. Looking for a leg lace, trying to get. And she's going to. And she's going to score more.
Another 2-point. She's got her in trouble again. There's another 2. One more is gonna. Another one would do it. 11-2.
The key on that was that she kept her in bounds. That was just great leg lace offense because she knew where she was, she knew the position, and kept her in bounds to be able to get that 11-2 lead. She racked up some points there.
Yeah, that's how fast it can go in freestyle.
High wrestling IQ there for Rivero.
It was that was really good job of just staying in bounds, knowing where she was, keeping with the lace. She did not give up on that lace at all. And now she has a 9-point lead with 25 seconds to go.
Campos was able to slip her legs out just before that last one.
Oh, Campo takes it to her back. 8 seconds left.
That's the end of the period.
That was a 2-point move because it was from the knees. It was not feet to back. I think maybe Iowa Central is questioning that, but we'll take a look here.
Here it is. On their knees, looks like. Yep, she was on her knees, and that's why it was a 2-point throw, not a 4. She's getting a lot of help from the fans.
Yeah, boy, they're into it. They smelled it right there. They wanted to maybe get the pin, but time ran out. She didn't quite have the position solid there, but just good job.
In addition to being a 2-time Kansas High School state champion and a standout wrestler here at Iowa Central under Coach Luke Moffitt, Coach Zach Hensley also wrestled for a long time. Coach Mark Manning at Nebraska. There's the sweater vest, guys.
Yeah,
Mark Manning wears he sports a sweater vest better than anybody. It's a few years ago, but he still does it. Zach Hensley, both Iowa Central and Nebraska.
Nice duck by Rivero, trying to get to the leg, and she does. Campo trying to slide around, even hook up a cradle. She doesn't have her leg free, though. It's going to be hard to get the cradle.
Up.
These two girls came to wrestle.
But that's the value. Even though she was down by 9, you saw her get a 2-point score at the end of the period, down by 7, and you can see how fast points can get racked up. She's not out of this match.
She likes to get her underhook. She's very effective with that, Campos, for Iowa Central.
Jim, talk about the energy when you come into a big crowd like this and what it feels like to know that you have this hyped up. Because a lot of times you want to say, just shoot, get after it, but there's a lot of energy that it takes just to be in an environment like this.
And there is, and the coaches said this match was circled early in the year. They knew it was going to be a big meet. They knew it was going to be a TV meet. These girls had an early warm-up. They were excited, and that's what happens sometimes. And now you get the crowd. They're loud.
No fingers.
But you still got to make it happen. And Campos tried to, but nice takedown by Rivero, and now it's one more point would end this match.
Great recovery by Rivero there for that takedown.
Yeah. Looked like Campos had the advantage, but didn't turn out that way.
Back against the wall again, a 9-point deficit for Campos. One more takedown for Rivero would end it. It'd be a technical superiority. It'd be 4 more points. There's that
Campos
catcher
trying to.
Nice slip out and takedown and the win. A technical superiority victory for Abby Rivero, the freshman out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. 4 more points. 3 more points. No, that was 4 more points.
4 points for
4 more points.
Indian Hills and 1 for Iowa Central.
Here's a replay here. Shot by Campos. Looked like she was in good position, but wow, Rivero just knows where she's at.
And we're ready for 124 pounds. Gabriela Diaz, a freshman out of San Juan, Puerto Rico for Indian Hills, up against Asia Younger, a sophomore out of Grange, Iowa. Right down the road. Hour and a half or so south of Fort Dodge.
Shake hands.
Asia Younger going up against Gabriela Diaz.
Blue zone.
Really got a couple really good athletes here. Both coaches really like their athlete. Good attacks. Diaz from Puerto Rico. She's wrestled freestyle her whole life, and maybe that's an advantage sometimes, but not always. She's got a headlock tie-up. Diaz, headlock tie-up, but inside trip and a headlock attempt by Diaz, and hits it.
That could be tight. She sticks the boots in. Good effort underneath by Younger coming out of it.
Just how it was being set up, you could just tell something was going to happen here. You could tell that there was going to be an explosion and that the positioning was there, that it was going to be a 50-50 position and someone was going to get it. And we saw who got it.
Exposure happened. Yeah, she did knees and head. She was on her knees and head there before she was taken over.
And you heard the official there say she was on her knees and hands before she was taken over. Therefore, not the 4, but 2.
They're always going to advocate. They're going to try to question the official, see if they can get the extra points, get that edge. But I think it was the right call, just a 2-point knees to back in that situation.
Darren Wynn in his 2nd year as the head coach at Indian Hills out of Champaign, Illinois. Graduated from Champaign Centennial, same high school my daughter graduated from. Went on, was a 4-time All-American at McHenry. Five straight national championships for the women's team from Indian Hills. 14 of 15 All-Americans returning from last year.
That's amazing.
Pretty good freshman class.
Yeah, it's good. And with junior college right now, it's not an officially sanctioned sport at women's wrestling, so you can take 15 to nationals. That's why you have 14 of 15 returning. And as we mentioned, they have an extra class, 235 pounds, which we'll see a little bit later.
Here's that same tie-up by Younggear. Underhooks on with her left arm, and then locks her hands on her head and trying to set up a headlock. There she steps in and tries to hit it. Nice comeback by Younggear. Oh, she gets a takedown. Diaz.
4.
Yep, feet to back.
Yeah.
That's the right call.
Diaz underhook to a headlock, but Younggear comes back and gets a 4-point throw of herself.
You had your hits. You had your hits way before you went down. That's not a slip.
So now you see Wynn questioning why that might be 4, but they give 4 there. So now we have a lead for Younggear.
When you say Iowa Central really needs this match, Kyle.
Oh, they do, especially when you know what you have coming up with Val Hamilton, who they're expecting big things out of when she gets to the mat. This is a big one.
First period of land, 4-2 in favor of Iowa Central's Asia Younggear ahead of Avia Diaz.
Here we go. Diaz stepped in, but Younggear had the better position, ended up with the takedown.
Scan the QR code or call the number on your screen to support Friends of Iowa PBS. Congress recently cut $3.5 million in federal funding, the largest one-time cut in our 55-year history, impacting 18% of our budget. Despite this challenge, we remain committed to our mission. Thank you for supporting public media.
Here we go,
right.
Asia Younggear.
Here we go. Big match. Big period for Iowa Central's Asia Younggear to get a victory under on the scoreboard for the Tritons.
Boy, they need it at this point, just dropping the first 3. Got beat by technical superiority with no points. This would be a big one to get on the board for Iowa Central.
Nice shot by Younggear, nice single. Oh my goodness, big throw by Diaz.
There's your 4.
Looks like it could be a fall or close to a fall here. She's settling in, nice fight by Younggear.
There's your fall.
Big time. 5 points for the fall for Iowa Central.
5
Or, excuse
big
me, for
points
Indian Hills.
for Indian Hills. The Warrior, it comes from behind, hits a 4-point move, gets the fall. 5 points on the board. 16-2.
Here you go, Younggear shoots in, nice job. But the headlock, it comes back with the headlock, Diaz, and wow, settles in for the fall.
We head right into 131 pounds. Kaylee Beauchamp, a freshman out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, going up against Annabelle Petsinger, a sophomore from Ellendale, Minnesota. While Kaylee Beauchamp, the freshman, she just started wrestling in high school.
Hang right here for a second. Do we have the score wrong? It's fall, yeah, that's correct. Are we good? Good? Okay, here we go. We good here?
All right. Decided the score was right. Here we go at 131 pounds. Indian Hills, Kaylee Beauchamp. Iowa Central's Annabelle Petsinger.
Beauchamp underhook and then gets around behind. Got to get her to the mat. Or going to drive her out. Gets a 2-point takedown.
Boy, you really see Indian Hills, Jim. They are so good from the ties, aren't they?
Yeah, they are working the ties and moving, finding the angles. Really setting the pace in every match.
Beauchamp. A lot of pressure from Petsinger.
Yeah, she got the underhook that she was looking for. Forced Beauchamp to the overhook. Indian Hills, 4 straight wins. 103, 110, 117, 124. We're at 131.
Boy, and that 5-point fall, that just really separates and builds a big gap, 16-2 right now.
Red zone. Red zone.
Petsinger really does put a lot of pressure on you. Shot by Beauchamp, but Petsinger got a chance to go around.
Yeah, she's got that ankle there. She can pull and cover the hips, and she does.
Not a takedown yet. There it is. Gives it now.
2 points for Petsinger.
Blue continues.
Knots it up at 2-2. Looking at near wrist. Looking a lot of pressure forward there by Petsinger.
Knocks it up at 2-2, but she does have the criteria lead. So Petsinger leads by criteria because she scored last of a similar move. So we may come down to that. As we mentioned, there will not be any overtime. It will end at 6 minutes if it does not end before that with a fall or technical superiority. So it will not go longer than 6 minutes of regulation.
You're listening to the nation's premier women's wrestling authority, Kyle Klingman, along with my partner, Jim Miller. I'm Tim Johnson, bringing you a doubleheader on Iowa PBS between 4 powerhouse programs. The 2 women's programs, Indian Hills and Iowa Central, and then followed by the top-ranked men's program immediately after this meet.
Stop, red, passive.
Passive call on Beauchamp, so as time expires, that will carry over into the second period, so we'll see what they do to start in the second, but under 10 seconds to go. Nice score right at the end of the period, which would be big.
Wow, that was close, but nothing happening. Gonna end.
All not a 2-2, but like Kyle said, the criteria on the side of Petsinger being the last one to score. From artists and dreamers to everyday Iowans with inspiring stories, explore what makes our state shine on Iowa Life. Join host Charity Nebby Mondays at 9:30 p.m. and Sundays at 10:30 a.m. on Iowa PBS or stream online anytime.
Center. Red, towel, center.
Petsinger continues to pressure into Beauchamp.
Yeah, both these ladies have heavy hands. Working the head, trying to force their tie.
She's like a 4-wheel drive, man.
Yeah, she it really is.
Red,
Tries to get a front headlock. A lot of pressure there, but no score. Looking for a single. Now, Beauchamp with the underhook.
Stop, red, you're on the shot clock.
All right, there is our first activity clock. We haven't seen many of these on Iowa PBS, but that means if there is not a score in 30 seconds by Beauchamp, it will be 1 point for Petsinger.
Beauchamp on the shot clock. Pressure's on her to score in these 30 seconds. Or, as Kyle said, Petsinger will get a point.
Now front headlock by Beauchamp. Underhook by Petsinger. She's still pressured forward.
There's the 1 point.
Oh, nice job.
And 2.
Steps
So
in.
1 for the Beauchamp not scoring in 30 seconds. 2 points for takedown. Out in front now, 5-2 for the Triton.
Yeah, just think of it like a basketball shot clock or the play clock in football. Here's a half.
She's been looking for that half. Way to fight it off by Beauchamp.
I think we got some blood, Petsinger.
You got a trainer.
Real active last 30 seconds there.
Here's the underhook. And Beauchamp tries to step in, but then Petsinger does the same thing, puts her hips in, or steps in with a little bit of hip toss action and gets a takedown.
You can tell that Petsinger's been wrestling a little bit longer. Beauchamp, very impressive, just started in high school. She's a freshman here, and a lot of upside, because you can tell she's understanding position. She's understanding, you know, getting her ties. But, man, I mean, talk about, you know, a lot of the young women here have been wrestling for over a decade, and she's just been doing it for a couple of years.
And that's what Coach Wynn said. He said that her wrestling IQ continues to grow all the time, and she's taken big jumps, heavy hands, and really likes what he has seen out of Beauchamp.
You got it? Run 8 seconds off. Run 8 seconds off. Yeah.
They're correcting the clock again.
Yes, we do. Can I have someone? I have a trainer.
If you're just joining us, Indian Hills, top-ranked women's team, 5-time national champions, have reeled off 4 straight matches, 4 straight victories, 103, 110, 117, 124.
Oh, shit.
Brooklyn Noel.
Just came out of her now.
Maravellis, Abby Rivero, Gabriela Avila Diaz, all winners for the Warriors over Iowa Central. Now we're Kaylee Beauchamp trailing Iowa Central's Annabelle Petsinger 5-2 with just over a minute left in the second period. So here we go.
And you just really see what's at play here when you do the math. A win is big for Iowa Central, but if it stays like this, it's 3 for your team, 1 for the other, so it's a net gain of 2. It's a long road to hoe when you're trying to make up ground by 2 points. So a pin here would be big for Iowa Central. It really would thrust them back into this dual meet with what they have coming up.
Petsinger really tough pressure almost the whole match. Just driving in. Constant pressure. Sometimes that can get you in trouble, but there now a chance to, thought she was going to try to body lock there, but we got 12 seconds left.
Looks like it's going to end just like Kyle talked about, 3 points.
Oh.
There's 2 more points, 7-2, but that will be a regular decision. 3 points on the board. First victory for Iowa Central, 1 for Indian Hills. So the score now 17-5. Indian Hills out in front. Good battle there between Beauchamp and Petsinger.
Still a long way back, but that's what you have to do. You have to chip away at it.
As we get ready for the next weight class, 138. Jasmine Wolf, a freshman out of Sedalia, Missouri, up against Destiny Crumb, a freshman out of Aurora, Iowa. There's a good look at Jasmine Wolf. She's ranked number 5, going up against the 10th ranked Destiny Crumb. On paper, it would look like another favorite for a Warrior here.
Drag action by Crumb.
You know, the crowd, it's such a great crowd. They're just waiting for great action by their Triton. But again, Warrior comes out, scores first.
Nice
Jasmine
single leg.
Wolf.
Yeah, nice single leg.
On the board, 2-0.
On our feet. Face.
You can see headgears are optional. Had a few wear them, but you don't have to. So I think if with men had that rule in the NCAA, we'd have some not wearing them either. But my mom made me wear them.
Takedown. The only action so far, Jasmine Wolf fending off a shot by Destiny Crumb. Looking to finish here. Trying to come around. Moving those feet, continuing, looking for that far ankle.
Wolf trying to square up, but Crumb doing a nice job. Trying to get, has an angle, but whew, to get a stalemate.
Look at Darren Wynn, very active coach in the corner.
Red attack.
.40 seconds left in the first period. Still 2-0. Wolf that early takedown, looking for close for a push out there, trying to score again.
Red action.
Another single shot.
Yep, in on that single, needs to finish there.
Now the double, but she gets lifted.
And nice job of hooking the leg.
So they got 4 on that, 4 on the counter. So that was, you don't necessarily have to gain control. I think that's a big difference between folk style and freestyle. It is about execution, how you perform the move, and that was a move that was performed, as we will see.
She locks up and throws Crumb over, so you get, that's a 4-point.
4-point move, yeah. Don't need to gain control. She was able to go feet to back, execute that throw, and that's why it's a 6-0 lead.
Zach Hensley getting his first victory at 131, where Annabelle Petsinger won for the Tritons, encouraging Destiny Crumb there, now down 6-0, just like that. Off her shot, looked like she was going in, going to get a double legs, locked up the legs, and then a nice counter throw by Jasmine Wolf for 4 points. She's out in front, 6-0.
And you see how it can get out of hand real quick. You have a tight match, it's 2-0, and then at the end of the period, you get that 4-point throw. Now you're 6-0, and you're 4 points away from attack. It really can go fast. It can, if you get those points, and they come in bunches. And at this point, Jim, it really is on Crumb to take the action. She's down by 6, but right now, that should be 4. It is.
Yeah, it's 4, and that's the end. Technical superiority right there. 2 moves. The match is over. 10-0, 4 points on the board for Indian Hills. They're out in front, 21-5.
Yeah,
138.
And that's what you do. You're ahead by 6. Instead of holding on, you go get it. And that's exactly what Jasmine Wolf did, and got a 4-pointer and ended the match.
Last year, the Indian Hills women.
Nice shot, right to her back, 4 points.
Last year, the Indian Hills women won it all at the National Junior College Wrestling Invitational in Council Bluffs. It was actually their 5th consecutive championship. Here's a look at the top finishers, and you can see Iowa Central took 3rd place in 2025. So we're talking about the best of the best at Indian Hills, Iowa Central right up there in 3rd, and a little gap right now between the best, and that's why they've won 5 in a row.
Well, I mean, look at this. It's a little surprising. I thought that it'd be a little more competitive to this point. I thought some matches would maybe go Iowa Central's way, but Indian Hills really taking it to them, controlling the ties, getting big moves, getting falls, all the things that you want to do right as a coach. Indian Hills is doing right, which is why they have the 21-5 lead.
It's a new day at 145. Delise Villa, sophomore out of California. She was 1st last year and the outstanding wrestler in the tournament. She's ranked 2nd right now, going up against Noel Carrasquillo, a freshman out of Puerto Rico. And she's up from 138 right now, going up against the returning national champion, Villa, for Iowa Central.
Villa had a nice throw by attempt. Didn't get it, but being the national champ, Iowa Central got to be thinking, we need this match.
Well, I mean, let's do some math here. If you're able to get 2 falls here, you get 5 points, 21-15, and then you have 180, you have 207, you have 235. It's still in the cards to do it. It's unlikely, but there's still a path.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying that. I am saying there is a chance. A long shot, a long chance in this situation, but stranger things have happened.
You know, this is a situation, I'm looking at Zach Hensley, and you just really have to, from a standpoint of each individual, you have to flush the team part in one sense here and go, I'm going to be all here for that individual, Jim.
Exactly right. Got to win it one match at a time, because that's where you're at. Nice single, though, by Carrasquillo. Oh, Villa.
Look at, there's the fall you're talking about if you could get it.
This would be big.
She goes right to an under arm bar. Didn't get it there, but she's got an arm bar turning her again. Oh, she's close here. She's got plenty of time.
And there's the fall. And the crowd stands in approval. Smile on Coach Hensley's face. And the national champion gets a fall, 5 points on the board for the Tritons, 21-10.
Here you see it. Hits, throws her all the way across, and then ends up with her on her back. And Villa settles in, gets the fall. Big fall this time for Iowa Central.
And here's the funny thing going into 160, Tim. Even though you have a returning national champion for Indian Hills, Valerie Hamilton, in my mind, is the favorite. I think she can actually secure a fall.
And so Nevaeh Hayden down from where she won it at 180 down to 160.
This is the one that we said, let's circle this. Let's watch this. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, looking forward to this match.
Yeah, this is exciting to see, especially with your commentary, Kyle. Valerie Hamilton, a freshman out of Gridley, Illinois. She was a Fargo champ, going up against another Fargo champ who was a national champion last year, Nevaeh Hayden, a sophomore out of Tulsa. Ranked number 1 right now. Valerie Hamilton, undefeated in her career.
Boy, this is going to be fun. You see the size difference right away. Look at this. Goes right for the under, trying the headlock.
Oh, wow. Kind of a duck under action. Nothing happening.
Boy, this is a physical match already. This is fun.
Nice shot.
Goes for the double.
Hayden.
There's exposure, 2 points. Valerie Hamilton
gave 4.
4.
Another 2.
And another 2. That first was a 4. The second was a 2. 6-0, Valerie Hamilton out in front.
That's why you have a U17 world silver medalist in Valerie Hamilton. She's one of the best in the country. She understands position. She's been in big moments. I don't think there's been a bigger moment than right here. 21-10, even if she was able to get a tech and not give up points, that would be 4 points. It would close it to 7. But there's a long way before that has to happen. As we saw, Hayden is dangerous. She can shoot from space. She has the double. She has the power.
Yeah, she shot a great double there.
Yeah, and you can see her a little more calculated right there. I think it took a little energy out of both. Now they're slowing it down, seeing if they can feel this out. But I think another big move from someone's going to be coming. Look at this.
Hayden trying a headlock. She's close, but Hamilton
2 points, Hamilton.
comes out on top. Oh, Hamilton looking to cross back.
She's looking for the technical superiority right here, and
There
she
it is.
gets it. Wow. Wow. (10-0) technical superiority. Valerie Hamilton brings the crowd to their feet of the national champion from last year.
Holy cow, that was some action there. Valerie Hamilton. Here you can see it again. Nice shot, but Hamilton turns it around with a big lift right to her back. And again. Then at the end, pulls the leg up, torques her over here for another 2.
Woo! Boy, there's a path. I don't think it's likely still, but to close it within 7, you would have never thought that early on that Iowa Central would be in this position.
You called those 2, Kyle.
180 pounds, Paola Rodriguez, an All-American last year for Indian Hills, 3rd. Allie Groh, a sophomore for Papillon, Nebraska, for Iowa Central. Rodriguez goes out in front 2-0. Rodriguez out of Puerto Rico. As I said, All-American last year, got the gut.
Reds.
Looking gut.
Oh.
Out in front now, 4-0, right out the whistle.
Up on our feet.
Boy, for Indian Hills, come off 2 straight losses. You lose by fall, lose by technical superiority. Really, you can shut the door on it if you're able to get this match at 180. This is big for Indian Hills. The crowd's into it right now. And Rodriguez can really take this crowd out.
Rodriguez, nice job with the underhook, gets the takedown.
2 more. Rodriguez out in front, 6-0, looking for that gut
Tight.
again.
There's a gut. 1 more gut, it'll be technical superiority.
They go to their feet. They don't spend much time down there, giving you a few seconds to establish something, right?
They don't. You know what's funny, just watching the corners, because normally you have an official and then you have a side chair and a side judge. There's challenge bricks usually. There's a lot of times you see the coaches looking for it because they want to throw a challenge brick in there and they don't have them to throw out there. So they just have to let the one official decide what's going to happen and let it be. We can see the replay, they can't.
Rodriguez with a chance to go behind.
Trying to shut the door. And she slams it right there. There's 2 more, and that's the match. 10-0, technical superiority. This time on the Indian Hills side, Rodriguez, 4 more points, 25-14. Now, mathematically,
it's over.
You can't get more than 10 if you're Iowa Central, right? Two falls. So right now, that just clinched the victory for the top-ranked Indian Hills Warriors. 5 in a row national championships. They show why. Iowa Central fighting back there at 145 and 160. Now we're at 207. Wintergate Winter Gale Oxendine, a sophomore out of Lumberton, North Carolina for Indian Hills. Going up against Harmony Callins, a freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Second and third in the Oklahoma State tournaments.
How do you like that band up there, Tim?
Yeah, I like
They
that
sound
pep.
good,
Oh,
don't they?
yeah. That reminds me of the old days when we all had pep bands sitting up in the stands.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it really is.
How do you think Jim Miller would do on the drums?
Oh, man.
Huh?
Be playing some Motown,
Would
probably.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely he would.
I'd love to see that up there.
Remember, he's. Whoa, there's a nice effort by both wrestlers there. Good scrapping.
Blue action. Blue attack.
I think I'm still coming down from the 145, 160, 180.
That's
closing
very
it out.
exciting.
That was a good
We've had some good
three-match
action.
Good
in a row
run
there.
there,
Those
yeah.
are fun.
Iowa PBS, we started the year with the Iowa women going up against Grandview, an incredible environment, a walking Northwest
yeah.
High School. And then last week, the doubleheader at Grandview with Missouri Valley.
Nice shot by Callins. But, really
there's
good.
2-point exposure.
Oxendine really did a nice
Four.
job.
Feet
Counter.
to back.
Yeah.
4 points for the Warrior. Winter Gale Oxendine out in front 4-0 now.
Have we talked about the history of this, though? The first time women, junior college, have been on television? I don't know that it's ever happened.
Oh, wow. Headlock by Callins.
Holy cow.
Look at this.
Headlock.
That looks like the fall right there. She's saying, what do you need? Whoa! Yeah. Look at this crowd. They got smiles. They think it's all right, and it is 25-19.
Putting on a show.
Harmony Callins with the big fall, the freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Big time headlock. Wow.
Love it.
Here you see it. Coming in, takes a shot, comes up, boom, hits the headlock, and really does a nice job not letting it roll through, just settles in. And
because of action like this, Kyle, it won't be the last time that junior college will be on TV.
I know. They're doing themselves right. They're working together to give us a great show, and it has been a great show.
And now we get to see another national
Bonus
champion. Right?
wrestling, 235 pounds. Final weight.
Azriel Smith, freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, is ready to go. She is 235 for Indian Hills. Going to take on
Amaya Fairley Vasquez.
She's up from 160 pounds, so light, 235 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle, you're sure there's not a way to score 6?
Yeah.
Man,
There
no
isn't.
kidding.
Looks like they have.
Oh, we got some big time action going on here.
And they may have gone back to Aaliyah Presley. So we'll see what they have here. On the screen showing Presley. We were told beforehand it was Vasquez, so we'll see what.
The Kennedy Johnson Washington is the defending champion from last year for Indian Hills. Comes in with a nice underhook, gets a step out.
So it is Aaliyah Presley, the sophomore out of Thornton, Tennessee.
Boy, look at this action. Near the edge, another step out.
Woo!
And that's just Smith imposing her will. She says, I want this. Boy, look at this. This is wild. Another step outs in a row. 4. They're going 4 on that.
Out.
Coach Hensley wants an explanation.
Boy, this place is absolutely up for grabs.
Oh man, we got some energy going on in this
This is a
facility.
wild match. Let's see what we have here. I want to take a look.
Here's the push out. She pushes her out. Oh. I think that's just a push out, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, she didn't go to
I
her
didn't
back.
see anything there. Boy,
Yeah.
that is a gift.
6-0.
At minimum 2. Boy, no, that was a step out. It should be 3-0 right now. But no replay. We get to see it. They don't.
Another push out coming up. 7-0.
You can just see it's a lot of energy. Step out again.
Yeah, you can't stay where you're at. You got to step forward.
Yeah, she's got to move her feet.
She's got to step forward.
Oh, she shoots in. But Washington
Good job of sprawling.
sprawling,
there,
now
using-
goes around. That's going to be it.
Good job. Good match.
And that's it.
Take hands right here, please.
Azarel Smith
Turn around for me, please.
from Tulsa, the winner. Final score, 29-19. Indian Hills defeats Iowa Central. That was exciting.
Fun match. It kind of came down to the wire. We knew what it was going to be, but that was a fun match to end right there. And they gave us a show.
They certainly did.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. A lot of good action, a lot of respect from the two teams. Put a lot into it. 29-19. Had a good show here tonight with the women.
Coaches are going to shake here. Zach Hensley, Darren Wynn. Props to both. Great show by the women. We'll go to break as Indian Hills has defeated Iowa Central 21-19, and that's the women's portion of our doubleheader. And when we come back, we'll get ready for the men. More wrestling after this.
Coming up on the next episode of Iowa Life, explore a community movement that encourages meaningful conversations.
You have to have a body like we have to be truly intelligent.
Learn about a support system helping refugees. And meet an athlete who has participated in several events at the Special Olympics. That and more on the next Iowa Life.
Sunday morning at 10:30 on Iowa PBS.
Public television has been just a wonderful part of our life. It's easy to say what we like about it. For me, the trust that is implicit that we have put in public broadcasting. And without trust, you don't have a whole lot of other stuff to believe in.
Learn how you can live on by visiting iowapbs.org/legacy.
We're Iowa PBS. We cover Iowa and the world. We're Market to Market, an Iowa Press. We're high school sports. We're science. We're adventure. We're drama and mystery. We're the arts. And we're Iowa's storyteller. We're lifelong learners. We're family first. We're educational. We're trusted. We're valued. We're essential. Your support makes all of this happen. Give today at iowapbs.org/donate.
On the next Road Trip Iowa, we explore the Driftless Area Scenic Byway.
It's so unique, you can't find it anywhere else in Iowa.
This idyllic region offers natural beauty,
a little bit off the beaten path,
outdoor adventure, and unexpected delights around every turn.
We are playing with fire here, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay.
Saturday at 9 a.m.
Local Lens is a new newsletter from Iowa PBS filled with our local content. Sign up today, and twice a month we'll send you stories about new programs, clips from our archives, upcoming events, and more. We'll bring inspiring Iowans, hidden gems, and behind-the-scenes stories right to your inbox. Visit iowapbs.org/newsletters to sign up for Local Lens today.
You're watching Statewide Iowa PBS.
Score from the women's meet, Indian Hills 29, Iowa Central 19. Great match, very entertaining. But here we are back at on our break with, I want to introduce Drayshawn Ross. If you're a wrestling fan in Iowa, you know who this guy is. Drayshawn, 3-time state champion from right here in Fort Dodge. Got an opportunity, obviously, coming up next month to, I think, be the 33rd 4-time state champion. I don't want to put no pressure on you, but how many times have you thought about that?
I've definitely thought about it a lot, especially the last few months of high school season starting again. It's definitely been on my mind a lot. Can't wait.
Yeah, Drayshawn, the #1 ranked heavyweight in Iowa, but not just Iowa. Drayshawn's the #1 heavyweight in America. And so, you know, obviously he's wrestled beyond the state tournament, national tournaments, and so forth. But what's your thoughts going into the end of your final year?
I'm just like super grateful, extremely grateful, and I mean, proud of how far I've come, proud of my team, excited just to go out one more last time with my best friends.
With all the success you've had, I mean, what keeps you motivated?
I'd say that I could always be better, chasing greatness. I mean, I'd say that's probably my biggest motivation.
Okay. What's your typical day for you?
I usually, during the week, wake up at like 5:30, and we have like a lifting class for one of my periods throughout the day at 6. So I usually go to that in the morning, go home, shower, go to school from 8 to 12:30, and then I usually go home, relax, eat, and then have practice at about 3. And then after practice, go home, spend some time with my family.
Well, let's check some video out. Drayshawn wrestling. Oh, man. Boom.
Drayshawn Ross.
Drayshawn.
Going for
third title right here. Nice shot. Obviously, hey, boom, you like to score points. I know that.
I tried my best.
You were wearing a sleeve last year. Are you okay this year?
Yeah, we're all good. I had surgery last August, and then spent some time off recovering, and we're all good now.
What's the plans after graduation?
I get to graduate early, and then I'll probably try my best to get down to Stillwater and start training already.
Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you, man. Iowa PBS is covering the finals this year, state tournament. So February 21st, we'll be on TV, and so will you, I'm pretty sure.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Okay, buddy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next is our men's meet, Iowa Central, Indian Hills. Coming back at you.
Iowa PBS Education throws open a window to the world by bringing PBS into classrooms and homes all across our beautiful state.
Our Find Iowa production team visited all of Iowa's 99 counties to showcase stories steeped in history, science, and art. Iowa Science Phenomena allows students to link the physical world they see when they step outside the classroom to science concepts they're learning inside the classroom. We partnered with Ballet Des Moines to provide educational activities connecting art to science. Our STEAM trailer and bundles are some of our most popular outreach tools. Libraries and schools can borrow these resources at no charge. The Iowa PBS Farmers Market program is an interactive station for kids and parents to stop, play, and learn.
It all adds up to nudging that window to the world open a little wider for each and every Iowan.
Next time on Studio 3 Live, we welcome Andrew Hoyt to the stage.
She's a sunset on the shoreline. She's a mai tai in my hand.
And I feel like in life, we have the safe route, we have the risky route, and I felt like the safe route just was too boring. It just was not fitting what I wanted to see in 30 years.
Friday at 8:30 on Iowa PBS.
On the next Road Trip Iowa, we explore the Driftless Area Scenic Byway.
It's so unique, you can't find it anywhere else in Iowa.
This idyllic region offers natural beauty,
A little bit off the beaten path.
outdoor adventure, and unexpected delights around every turn.
We are playing with fire here, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay.
Saturday at 9 a.m.
Such a meaningful part of Iowa PBS is the coverage of unique Iowa events. And part of that is our high schools and our kids' programs, whether it's athletics or otherwise. The state fair coverage, that's such a part of the fabric of Iowa. And I think just the programming that covers things meaningful to our people in our state.
To learn more about becoming a corporate sponsor on Iowa PBS, call or visit us online.
College wrestling is back on Iowa PBS.
This is crazy.
Join me, Tim Johnson, along with 10-time NCAA champion coach, Wartburg's own Jim Miller, for a new generation of action on the mat. Join us for 5 exciting men's and women's college wrestling duels on your statewide network and online at iowapbs.org. Let's go.
Sunday afternoon at 2 on Iowa PBS.
Funding for college wrestling has been provided by Paul Hufford, David Ryan, Jim Miller, Randy Majors, Tim Johnson. For a full list of funders, visit iowapbs.org/college wrestling. And by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
It's college wrestling. We're back in Fort Dodge at Iowa Central Community College for the second of our men's and women's doubleheader. It's the men's turn now as the Indian Hills Warriors take on the Iowa Central Tritons. And we're back. I'm Tim Johnson along with 10-time national champion coach Jim Miller. And that was an exciting women's meet that we saw. And now the men's, and they're just as highly ranked.
Yeah, they are. Two of the best teams in the America in the junior college ranks. And, man, there's a lot of talent here we're going to see tonight.
Luke Moffitt, longtime coach, has led for a long time at Iowa Central. Cole Spree, the head coach at Indian Hills. Here's what's going on. 125 all the way through heavyweight. Lots of top-ranked wrestlers going back and forth. And I'm excited about every one of them. And so we're going to start here at 125 pounds. Nice crowd tonight, Jim.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it really is. So I think, this is the time of year you really want to make some gains as a team. And when you got a big meet, you want to put it out all on the mat.
125 pounds. Aiden Hahn, or Muhammad Belal, going up against Charlie Dykes. Charlie Dykes, a freshman, Kingsville, Missouri, Lee Summit North. He was a state champion. He's transferred from Central Missouri.
Come on, gentlemen.
Going up against Muhammad Belal.
Stay on top. Stay on top.
Iowa Central. Both teams undefeated. Indian Hills ranked #1, Iowa Central #2. Iowa Central 12-0. They went to national duels. Down in Oklahoma, had a great national duels. Indian Hills did not go to the national duels.
Work center,
Yeah,
guys.
they dominated. Didn't have a close match. I think it gave them a lot of confidence coming into this meet.
The official tonight, Eric Eckerman.
Center, guys, center, center.
Belal, a good sized 125 pounder.
Really is.
Offense, gentlemen.
You know, sometimes, you know, he transferred in from Central Missouri. Sometimes that's the way it works, you know. Sometimes, hey, I want to, you know, give myself a chance to get in there. And because you can always get a new start afterward.
Charlie Dykes, the transfer in Lee Summit North, right in the greater Kansas City area.
One minute, guys. Action.
2 minutes gone in that first 3-minute period. Coming off the women's victory for Indian Hills over Iowa Central in this doubleheader. Of course, women's college wrestling, freestyle. Almost ready to call a push out there, Jim. And of course, that doesn't happen in college wrestling for men. Little shot there by Charlie Dykes, but fended off. Good position by Belal.
Yeah, front headlock. Charlie pulls him down in front headlock. Belal trying to get a go behind. Dykes holding on tight to that elbow.
Short time.
10 seconds left. Be a big takedown if he could get it right at the end of the match. It's close. Comes up. Nice. Oh, somersault.
No points. No points.
Nice job by Dykes. He saved himself by the somersault. Had his leg up in the air. 0-0 first period.
It'll be Dykes' choice. He's going to choose down.
Here we go. It's close, but Dykes somersaults under and saves himself. No control.
Charlie Dykes.
We're going to go neutral.
Underneath. Ranked #2 in the nation.
Action in
Belal
here.
unranked right now. And Charlie Dykes gets one. Belal gives him the escape. So Dykes out front 1-0.
Belal, nice double.
Very nice. Jumped in there, covered the hips, got the 2 points. 3 points.
Has his leg trapped. It's going to be hard for him to get a base.
Looking for that Turk.
He does. Got a tight Turk and getting some back points.
Huge. Making a statement right here.
Huge first 30 seconds of the second period. Gets a takedown and back points. All of a sudden, we're talking 7-1.
There's Cole Spree, head coach of Indian Hills, in the corner.
Drop down.
Won their first national championship last year.
Now 7-2. Another goal behind. Belal.
Really good quickness by Belal.
He's just getting started. He's just getting warmed up here, I think.
Belal, a freshman out of Pakistan.
Action. Easy, easy, easy. We're good. Easy. Here we go.
10-3.
Over here.
Well, he's going to be in the ratings soon, I think, Tim. If he's not. Belal.
Just getting into the lineup. Freshman out of Pakistan. There's 2 or 3 Pakistanians on the
Nice snap down, go behind.
This is looking easy 13-3 is a major decision right now. Obviously, in the second period, still looking for a technical fall.
Work center.
He's working. He's giving him a lot of pressure. Then didn't snap down.
Yeah, he didn't want to let him out. He knows if he can stay in bounds, he's got a good chance of coming around, and got to get him. Got to keep the foot in bounds. And in a short time, period's going to run out to go to the third period. 13-4. The Triton out in front. Big start for Iowa Central.
And he wants to go neutral. Why wouldn't you? He's been great on his feet. He just wants to keep it rolling here.
Good heavy pressure on the head there.
Oh man, just like almost patented it. Just snap down, go behind. That's what he's trying to do. But Dykes kind of holding on tight to save himself, so he cannot go around.
You know, our man Jason Bryant just let me know something pretty interesting, Jim.
What's that?
Belal wrestled for Pakistan at the 2023 World Championship in the senior freestyle at 57. So I guess that explains a lot.
Who knew?
Yeah,
man, I'm glad. Thank
Jason
you.
Bryant did.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. We didn't get that info from Luke Moffat, did we? No, I think I remembered that one. But hey, sometimes as a coach, you want to kind of keep things down low.
Exactly, yeah. 2 years ago, Belal wrestling in the senior freestyle world championships at 57 kilo, which is approximately 125.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's different than folk style, but hey, if you're good, that good on your feet, you can learn.
There's Luke Moffat, a long-time coach, 22 years at Iowa Central, liking this. He's not only liking this for his match, he's seeing top of the podium stuff.
Yes, he is. 16-4. Even getting close to riding time, but that's not, he can get riding time. But I'm assuming, yeah, Moffat, they're waiting for him to get riding time, then they want him to cut him right now, and he does. So now you're talking about one more takedown. Is a technical fall.
Yep, one takedown would be a technical fall. He's got 15 seconds to do it. He can't do it.
Yeah, they're telling him, get going.
Good job by Charlie Dykes, understanding he saved a point.
Yes, he
and
did.
A major decision, 17-5 by Belal. Big start for Iowa Central.
Yeah, Dykes did do a good job there at the end. Just kind of held it off. And
before all his success here at Iowa Central, Coach Luke Moffat won the 1997 125-pound 2A state championship as a junior at Esterville.
Look at that good-looking young pup there, man.
Moffat then went on to wrestle at the University of Iowa for Coach Tom Brands. Your statewide network, Iowa PBS, was there to capture it all. And I was there, as I was calling that match along with Jim Gibbons and Dan Gable. I was also on the call for his state championship with Doug Brown. That was Doug Brown's last Iowa high school championship, calling on Iowa PBS. Luke Moffat, an asset to the wrestling community. Great job here at Iowa Central.
yeah, we inducted him to the Dan Gable Glenn Brand Hall of Fame just a few years ago.
Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, we're ready now. Ollie Webb, Indian Hills, going up against Shane Schwab for Iowa Central. Ollie Webb from Tunnel Hill, Georgia, Southeast Whitfield High School in Dalton. Also a part of the Minion Training Center by my friend Sean Russell, who's down there in Chattanooga, the head coach at Baylor High School now, part of the Chattanooga's RTC South. Runs a Minion Training Center, and Ollie was part of his training center there in Chattanooga. 3-time Georgia State champion, 52-0 as a senior, and all of his victories were pins or tech falls.
Holy cow.
Ollie Webb ranked number 5 going up against Shane Schwab, sophomore out of South St. Paul, Minnesota.
Nice go behind. Ollie Webb looked good there and now traps the arm. Could be looking for a tilt here.
Big start by Iowa Central with the win by Muhammad Belal, a major decision.
Oh, nice. Just a big lift there when he came up, trying to take him to his back. Didn't quite get there, but.
So many things about the big lift and return. I mean, it, you know, may not score a point, but it scores from the standpoint of what it takes out of your opponent. Good action.
Neutral, we're neutral.
Shot by Schwab, stopped by Webb.
So that's 1 point Schwab after the early takedown by Webb.
Work through it.
Iowa Central out 4-0 as a team. We're in the second match, 133 pounds.
Nice knee tap by
and around
Webb.
for 3 more points.
That
Good
was sweet.
technique.
Knee tap, spin around, then throws the legs in on top.
Drop down 1, 2.
Webb cuts him.
Neutral.
Oh, nice shot, but Schwab tries the lateral action, but nothing doing.
Good sense by Ollie Webb there.
Yeah, he knew where
felt
it
it coming.
Yeah.
It's on top there. Another takedown. Legs in. Out front 9-2. 20 seconds left in the first period. 3 takedowns for Ollie Webb for Indian Hills, trying to get the Warriors on the board here in the men's meet. They're a big win by the women over Iowa Central earlier.
Webb trying to take him to his back, doesn't quite get there. Going to run out of time here.
Good first period for Ollie Webb.
Second period, red, your choice. To defer, green. They go down. Set, green. 9-2, guys. Green is set. Neutral. 1, neutral. There we go.
Webb wants to go on his feet.
Webb, ranked number 3, going around for a 4th takedown.
Pulling him back with a half on.
Got the arm bar and a half. Well, he does a nice job. He knows where he's at. Ollie Webb does. Shane Schwab gets a 1 escape and a Webb in for his 5th takedown. Looking for back points. He's getting them.
Beautiful.
He's going to get 4. It's going to be a tech fall if he's got 4.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Gets the opportunity now. It won't be quite a tech fall. It's 18-4 or 19-4. That's it. He looks up. He's right. His math is right. Ollie Webb knows what he's just done. Technical fall. And just like that, Indian Hills goes out in front 5-4 after 2 matches. That was impressive.
Check this out. Beautiful duck under. Catches the far arm, taking him to his back. Has his leg trapped as well. Man, Ollie Webb, very impressive match.
The Iowa Central Pep Band been with us all night. Exciting atmosphere. Great rivalry between Iowa Central and Indian Hills, both men's and women's. Brought to you by Iowa PBS. Here we are, Gavin Whitehead, sophomore, ranked number 1 in the nation, going up against Jenkins from Iowa Central, ranked number 3. Number 1, number 3. Here we go, Jim.
This could be a doozy here.
Whitehead out of Newcastle, Indiana. He was a 4-sport athlete. Played all sports, all the time, all state and several of them. Going up against Jenkins, a freshman out of Tucson, Arizona. He beat 2 All-Americans at the national duels. Jenkins did.
Gets a stall call on him for backing out. But Jenkins, Coach Moffitt said he moved up a weight and he's really doing well there. Headlock action, doesn't quite get it.
I think they're both out.
Yeah.
And good call by Eric Eckerman there. A lot of action, no points, 0-0. Approaching 2 minutes left in the first period. Here at 141 pounds.
Keep the hands on top.
Indian Hill's a newer program. A lot of champions have come out of this program, Jim.
You talk about
Iowa Central.
Iowa Central, my goodness. We're talking about John Jones, Cain Velasquez, Colby Covington, Joe Colon, Tony Davis, Luke Moffitt, Pat Downey. I had a couple. Kenny Anderson, a 3-time champ of Warburg, and Carrington and Bradley Banks, both 2-time All-American. But there's a lot more than those guys. And if I didn't mention you, the list is too long. But, man, there's a storied program. But Indian Hills wins the title last year.
First time. The women have won 5 in a row. The first ever for Indian Hills in men's last year. Quite a year. Good action again, no points.
Whitehead had a nice shot there, just couldn't finish.
Get back in here.
Jenkins fends off a single attempt by Whitehead.
Okay.
A little poke in the eye there.
I got you. Okay, I'll talk to both of you. Hey, both of you guys got to stay on top, okay? Everyone, both of you stay on top, okay?
Cole Spree out of Parkersburg, Iowa. Applicant Parkersburg. He was a 3-time placer in the Iowa State Championships. All-American at Ellsworth, and then a national qualifier a couple of times at Northwestern College.
Nice reshot by Whitehead.
Short time. Can he pull him back in and finish it? Drop down. Does he have it?
Wow,
He does. With 2 seconds left. 3 points for Whitehead. Big time score at the end on the edge.
Wow.
Can't get any better than that, Jim.
No, that's right.
Scoring at the end of the period. On the edge. No rebuttal. 3-0. Big takedown by Gavin Whitehead, the sophomore out of Newcastle, Indiana, ranked number 1.
Hold up, Red, back up. Green. Question. Hold up.
Coach Spree got a
should
question.
have at least 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Riding time. Okay?
No, the riding time, yeah.
You got it?
They're saying 3.
Okay, here we go.
3 seconds.
Between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Set.
You know, sometimes.
Round it up.
Yeah, I doubt if it'll matter in this match, but it could. So you gotta go for it. Oh, nice job by Jenkins. Kind of escaped, took a quick shot back in.
You're good. Okay.
I mean, talk about that, Jim, as far as did you drill when you're going to let somebody up? Yeah, I mean, get away from them.
Exactly. Don't mess around with that situation, because sometimes they turn in and they get and grab your leg, and hey, it's frustrating.
And a lot of time because of laziness.
Yeah, don't take it for granted. Shot by Jenkins. Oh, nice job.
Really nice. Little duck action there, Jenkins.
Jenkins riding.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of ride. It's only at 10 seconds, but he's not letting him go.
No, he's out in front now, 4-3. Got to work up. He get the count below the hips. Nice job of coming up by Jenkins.
"35 seconds riding time."
Really doing a nice job distributing the body. He's using every part of the body. Got that leg hooked in the back.
Yeah, if he can get the riding time 10 more seconds.
Whoa.
Oh, nice throw. Oh, my goodness.
Reversal.
Gavin
2 points.
Whitehead, yes. And now he's in a big-time spladle situation almost. Wow, this is some
20
big
seconds.
action.
Red, you control, red control.
Big change happened there real quick, but nothing yet. Oh, there is a 2-point reversal.
2-point reversal, potentially dangerous.
Yep, you're on top, red down.
So now we're sitting there. Jenkins needs to ride him out. 9.4 seconds to win the match. Whitehead.
Hold tight in there. Cover legal.
Second period.
Oh, dang, I thought this was third period, bro. Man,
a lot of action.
So much action. This is one you don't want to stop either.
I know. Here we go to the third period.
Here we go. Jenkins holding on, goes down, grabs the leg, but check this out. Good knockdown there, and Jenkins had control until the very end of that period. Whitehead gets a reversal.
So 6-5, Jenkins out front. He'll come on top. The Iowa Central Triton.
Jenkins does get the minute riding time.
Okay, there's the escape. Now, riding, well, nice job by Jenkins dropping back in.
Right.
Good effort.
Beautiful, right back in, but his feet went out.
Yep. Body language now. Jenkins right back to the middle.
Sometimes
back step, yeah.
When you go up a weight and you're not cutting any weight, sometimes that energy comes through at the very end of the match here, and he looks fresh.
6-6 on the board, and riding time in favor of Jenkins.
Work center.
Nice shot by Jenkins, his single leg. Takedown here would be big.
Stay legal there.
Nice aggressive wrestling.
Nothing yet. Good job by Whitehead.
Out of bounds.
He does get a stall call.
Stall call against Whitehead. Number one is got his back to the wall right now. He's down by 1 because of riding time. He's going to have to score. The Cole Spree understands his number 1 ranked guy is got a big challenge ahead of him. 45 seconds left. He's the one with the stall call.
He is.
Nice shot there. Jenkins' best defense, a good offense, right, Coach?
No doubt. So he's doing the right thing. He's ahead, and he's shooting. And
25 seconds left.
He's in the best position, but Whitehead is dangerous, and now he's back in on the shot.
If he can drive through, and he does, and get the 3-point takedown.
Great job by Whitehead coming back when he needed to.
Not with riding time. 9-7 victory. victory by Gavin Whitehead. Big time match. Great activity there. Come from behind. Gavin Whitehead, the winner.
Here it was. Whitehead in on the shot. This pulls him down. That's the winning takedown. Indian Hills leads 8-4.
Here's the remaining college wrestling schedule, only on the statewide Iowa PBS. This Sunday, we're at Kevin Dresser's home gymnasium in Humboldt for the annual come home duel between Iowa State and South Dakota State. And then Tuesday, February 3rd, Lutheran Central in Pella. That's the remaining college wrestling. Of course, we'll have both the boys and the girls state championships on Iowa PBS. We'll talk to you later about some of that schedule. Here we have Jakari Clark from Indian Hills, freshman out of Des Moines Valley, ranked number 2 already as a freshman, going up against Gary Walker from Iowa Central.
Good luck, sir. They'll change it. On the line, set.
Jakari Clark up against Gary Walker, the sophomore out of Republic, Missouri.
Jakari Clark, West Des Moines Valley. He was fun to watch at the state tournament, I tell you.
Two-time pleasure, a finalist.
Yep.
Third. Brother, also Sincere. Gonna see him later in the same lineup.
Work center, gentlemen, work center.
Iowa Central got it going early with Belal upsetting the, we say it upset, but Belal's going to be right up there at the top. The former senior freestyle men's representative for Pakistan, winning at 125 for Iowa Central. Ollie Webb coming back for Indian Hills at 133. And Gavin Whitehead, 2 wins in a row for the Warriors.
That was a fun match, 141. Whitehead coming back at Jay Jenkins, really talented young guy. They're both going to be a factor nationally.
Both of them pretty much staying in the center Iowa Central logo there. They just haven't got past any of their head hands defense. 0-0, 25 seconds left in the first period. Here at 149 pounds between the freshman Clark against the sophomore Walker. They're going to have to get their scoring done in periods 2 and 3. 0-0 after the first period.
Red, the Spurs, green.
It's going to be Jakari Clark's decision to go down to start the second period.
All right, Green, you're set. Red,
Sincere
cover.
Clark, sophomore. His brother, about 174 pounds.
Red, okay, moving, okay. You came off too soon, okay. Red caution, cover.
Coach Moffitt was talking about how he's seen Clark mature already in his first semester. Student, as an athlete, as a person, and it's always fun. I mean, that's why you're in it, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah, that's right, man. That's, you know, one of the most influential occupations in the world is coaching.
Yeah, I say never underestimate the power and influence of a coach.
Action, gentlemen, action.
I know we both changed our life. We had coaches that made a huge differences in our life, and that'll never change. I mean, you just look back and just grateful.
Real grateful. Like we said, I knew I wanted to coach at 12 years old because of a coach. Coach Bob Dara, big influence in my life, a little town called Morning Sun, Iowa, and started the program there, and then went on to become the winningest coach at the time in the state of Iowa with the dynasty at Dowling. And of course, both of us were greatly influenced. You wrestled for Chuck Patton, and
sure
I was
did.
Greatly influenced as a graduate assistant with Coach Patton and Don Briggs. And they're like father figures, and you just don't want to disappoint the coaches in your life. And you know, great coaches are rare, and I didn't have many. I still yearn for them at my age today.
Well, if I was coaching these guys, I'd be saying, let's go. Let's get going here.
What if they said, I don't want it?
Because they both have good talent. But so far, not a lot of attempts.
End of the second period, 1-0, the escape, the only score so far. Ja'Cory Clark got that. Now Gary Walker will choose down, I would imagine.
Hey guys, make sure we wait for my whistle, okay? Hang tight in there. You're set. Cover legal, Green. 1, 2, 3.
Ja'Cory Clark down on that ankle. You heard the official Eric Eckerman counting. You can't stay down there. On a 5 count, you'd get a stall call. Good pressure forward.
Oh, nice
good anticipation. Nice anticipation,
yeah.
Letting him roll and staying on top.
He knew it was coming. Felt it coming.
Okay, so we had the wrong name in there, and it's Shahab Muhammad. That's for Indian Hills. For
And you know, when with Clark here, when you get away right away, when you get on top, you just got to ride a minute to get the advantage point, the riding time point. So he's at 33.
Green, control.
Oh, but he does let him go. He does get away. So 1-1. A minute 10 left in the match.
One minute. Offense, guys. Offense.
Muhammad and Clark.
Yeah, Clark will be coming up next. This is Gary Walker. Gary Walker for Iowa Central. Our guys at the scoreboard in the gym they don't have the names up there because they switched them.
Well, right here, we're 1-1 with 15 seconds left in the match. We might see it first overtime.
And so to catch everybody up, Jahab Muhammad, sophomore from Alexandria, Egypt. He was an 8-time African champion. Was an All-American last year at 149, now down to, and that's where he was. Gotta go to overtime.
Clear riding time. Clear riding time. Clear. Okay.
It's hard to tell, Jim, who would have the advantage because none of them have been able to get to the legs.
No,
Neither of them.
Got a stall call.
Stall call on Gary Walker.
You have a warning.
He's got a warning. And if he gets hit again, that would be in. Next point wins here in overtime. Shahab Muhammad, you know, Walker needs to worry about that Saul car. He can't back out.
Yeah, he needs to circle in.
He's got to circle in right now. And
Oh,
there's your
there's
three. There's a win in overtime by Shahab Muhammad in overtime.
Wow.
Big victory there right at the edge in overtime. We'll get the name right, Shahab Muhammad. And he's the winner at 149. And then
I think Walker was worried about the push out, which he should have been, but it really affected where he was on the very end, and Muhammad gets both legs in the score.
Michael Myers and Jakari Clark. We do have Jakari out there now.
Yeah, we do. And
he comes right out and he makes himself known.
Oh, he's
Boom.
dynamic. He's very dynamic.
Jakari Clark comes out for Indian Hills. Gets a fast takedown for three. Michael Myers, redshirt sophomore out of Omaha, Nebraska. All-American a couple of years ago, redshirted last year.
Work center, guys.
Oh,
no. Woo. Duck under.
Yeah, that was a beautiful duck. 3 more points for Clark.
Now he's trying to hit, looks like he wants a tilt, roll through tilt here.
This is a Clark you remembered, right?
Yeah, there he is. That's what I'm talking about. I love watching this guy wrestle. Yeah, man, nonstop action here.
Green down.
Here's Clark. Big lift.
Blood. Trainer. Trainer. You got blood on the mat. Stay on the mat. Keep him on the mat. Stay on the mat, Green. Right here.
There was your duck under right there.
Man.
Second takedown. Jakari Clark comes out hot. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period. Already 6-1.
Got a little more over here.
Little blood action there.
There we go. Just a little bit over here. Thank you. Good? All right, we're ready, Red. You're set. Cover legal.
Jakari Clark ahead 6-1.
One grade.
Myers with the escape. Clark with the underhook.
Clark doing a good job of controlling his ties, getting to what he wants, that underhook so far. A couple of takedowns off some nice setups. Good little low shot there. Anticipated by Walker, or by Myers.
Offense, gentlemen. Neutral.
Clark close to a takedown. Trying to limp arm out. He does limp arm.
Nice split by Mike Myers.
Yeah, saved himself. Good job. Good flexibility there by Myers.
34.
A lot of athleticism by both wrestlers there. Myers kind of shut down Clark's initial activity, and there, in on a single, comes up nice. Anticipates a little bit, but nice roll through by Clark.
Wow.
He's going to successfully, if he, short time, 15 seconds. Mikey Myers needs to hang on to that leg right there. Neither wrestlers, short time. No points are going to be scored here. End of the first period, 6-2. Clark leads.
Second period, green choice. Go down.
Looked like we had some technical difficulties earlier, and if whatever was missed, or just a dual recap.
Wait for my whistle. You're set, green.
Iowa Central's Belal won at 125, 3 straight wins for Indian Hills, Webb, Whitehead, and Muhammad. Now we're at 157 pounds. We're Jakari Clark, freshman out of Des Moines Valley, up 6-3 over the sophomore, Mikey Myers out of Omaha, Nebraska. No,
super duck.
Super duck to the takedown, boom. Good action by Mikey Myers to come out of that. Hasn't been able to solve the puzzle on his feet that Clark had 3 very impressive takedowns out in front, 9-4. A little over a minute left in the second period.
Clark gonna get a stall call for backing out.
Yep, so the Iowa Central crowd comes alive there, a little bit of hope.
Can't back up. You have to circle on the edge. I mean, that's the rules. So
that gets your gets the Iowa Central Mikey Myers kind of fired up to move forward.
Sure. And Clark backing up toward the edge again. Nice shot by Clark. Wow.
Drive straight through, 4th takedown for Clark. So impressive on his feet.
Yeah,
12-4, 50 seconds left in the second period. Escape, looking for more. This is when, as a coach, you really
there's that duck. Man, beautiful.
Another 3, 15-5. 35 seconds left in the second period. I think I'd be letting him go and trying it again. Yep, he does. Now you don't wait around.
No, don't wait. Go get the next. Go get the next one. You already got riding time build up. Minute 26. Got 20 seconds left in this period to get another takedown. Myers shoots in. On the edge, could get another stall call. Didn't give it, but it could.
Both guys have a stall warning.
Cole Spree telling Clark, hey man, get going. There he goes. Nice job. One way or the other. Gets a takedown. 18-6.
End of the second period.
And Clark. Here's the end here of the period. Clark goes one way, then the other for a nice takedown.
Clark looking now to end the match with a technical fall with a takedown, make it 21-6, a 15-point lead, which would end the match.
Kind of a misdirection stuff, but nothing yet. Myers trying to hang in there.
Clark's been able to score both from space and out tie-ups.
Duck, super duck, double.
Good anticipation, fended off by Mikey Myers. Underhooks.
Nice job by Myers. They're out of bounds.
Action, they go back to the center. No stall call. Right up next to you and me, Jim.
Yeah. Myers almost had a takedown, which would have really changed things in this match. As far as not giving up the final takedown, which there it is, Jakari Clark with a technical fall.
What a show on his feet. Jakari Clark, the freshman, gets a big win for Indian Hills, their 4th in a row. And now the score. Added up for Indian Hills, 16-4. They're out front. That's how it got started for Indian Hills in the women's match. And then Iowa Central came storming back and made it real close. But then Indian Hills won and kind of going away, 29-19, I think was the final score. For the women's, it's 16-4 here for the men's. Part of the doubleheader on Iowa PBS. Mohammed Abdul, a sophomore out of Alexandria, Egypt as well. Last year he was a national runner-up at 174. He's now tonight at 165.
Hold up, stay here. Trainer.
Wow, we had, I think, Hayden King.
On the mat, trainer, on the mat.
Hurt his knee just on the initial contact when they started the match.
Hayden King, the sophomore out of Lorain, Ohio. He was an All-American last year, 3rd. And his knee, man.
Let's take a look here if we can see.
Oh, it just locked up on him.
Yeah. It's almost non-contact.
Right. No, there was not contact. It was just.
I mean, here's a great match. Hayden King, 3rd last year. And a national runner-up at 74 for Iowa Indian Hills. Yeah.
Abdul Hetti out of Sports Military School in Alexandria, Egypt. He was a 3-time African champion. Jim, you ever seen an injury like that?
I have not. I mean,
well, I have.
Total contact.
You just put the weight just wrong on that, and I hope it's. I just wonder if
it was something previous that just agitated it. Yeah, you hate to start the match out like that. It looks like Hayden King's coming back to the middle.
Hayden King. Mohammed Al-Bahari. Abdul Hetti had his choice, and he chose up.
He did.
Wrestling freestyle all your life, you're not as good on the bottom, and you're still learning there. But nice takedown there, 3 points.
Yeah, nice mat return. And King right back in on it.
And 1 point escape. Got the leg up, looking to try to get a takedown his own. What's he need to do here, Jim?
He needs to keep that leg elevated, but also needs to find a way to trip. But Hetti doing a great job staying, with his hands. He's keeping some distance, but King, can he find to the other? And there he goes to the double. And oh my goodness, this is a good scrap here. Both guys.
I thought that King had a takedown with a double leg, but Abdul Hetti came around. They're scrambling.
Neutral.
No points scored.
You know, that all started when Hetti cut him, but he wasn't. We already talked about it. And King just shot right back in on him. He didn't really get away from him when he cut him.
3-1.
Let's go, Green.
Abdul Hetti with the takedown escape by Hayden King.
Work center, gentlemen.
I would think that King would be, would have been a little hesitant, wondering what's going on, and now as it goes on, he feels it strong. He might be able to get back into his best game.
Work center, guys.
Big match for Iowa Central, down 16-4. Iowa Central winning at 125 and losing 4 straight.
In this one, we got a 3rd place in the nation last year and a runner-up going at it. Abdul Hetti was national runner-up at 74.
Yeah, down at 65 now. It'll be very interesting to see if one way or another if King can get on top, because I think Abdul Hetti with his freestyle experience still limited underneath, and so he wants to stay on his feet. And so far the match has favored Abdul Hetti.
Yep.
Short time, end of the first period, score of 3-1 in favor of the Warrior from Indian Hills.
King, a 2-time state champion in Ohio, and you know that's a darn good state for wrestling. So
top.
King's going to choose top.
Oh yeah,
King is going to choose top here.
Good set, Rick.
He's going to come on to the,
Yeah. Let me get him set, okay? All right.
and he's going to come on to the right side, which I like. There, I mean.
Well, we kind of talked about this. We'll just see how skilled Hetti is underneath. Because
the clock, they stopped it because the clock hadn't started. He puts it at 1:55. He'll get it right. But yes, the choice was Iowa Central's Hayden King. He chose top and feels like he's strong on top, but also knows of the experience being freestyle for Abdul Hetti and still limited probably underneath. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now run it down to 55. There you go. All right, here we go. Ready, set. Set. Cover green.
King comes up onto the left side. Caution on King.
Hold tight on that navel, okay? Hold tight on the navel. Get set, Red.
You get 2 cautions before the third one will cost you a point.
King doesn't want to let him go. Obviously, he took top.
Both guys improved.
Pulls him back, putting him in trouble, but not yet, not close enough. Abdul Hetti trying to get a reversal, which he does.
He caught that leg. He got the angle there, got the reversal, so 2 more points. He's out front 5-1. Abdul Hetti for Indian Hills, probably thinking about
looks
his
like he
own
wants
tilt.
a tilt. Yeah, there
he's
he
got
does.
the crossed arm.
No near fall.
Nice attempt. Abdul lets him go. 5-2. 45 seconds left in the second period. King really needs to, move him. I mean, you're not going to score straight on here. You've got to use your setups, your ties to move, find the angles. Just not getting that done.
Hetti in on a shot.
Yeah, Abdul dropped down,
almost
looking for that far ankle.
King rolling back, trying to capture an ankle, trying to get in a scramble here.
Stay legal on the leg. Stay legal. Stay legal. Stay legal on the knee.
It's tough. I think his knee.
And that was his other knee.
I think he popped.
Okay. Trainer.
I think Abdul said he heard it.
Start injury time.
That's the stuff on that spaghetti wrestling when everybody's got their ankles. It's scary. Scary as a coach. Like right here, both guys' knees are torqued.
Is that the same knee?
You kind of see when he just let go.
Time. What is it?
It's one thing you don't like to see on anybody, somebody getting hurt mid-January. Tough to bounce back from an injury. I mean, depending on how serious it is, but, there's qualifiers coming up next month, and you're hoping it's not that serious, but when you get stopped twice in the same match, you're definitely worried about that. But the trainer's out there looking at it.
20 seconds left, or he's going to get back. If they call it again, it'll be a match for Abdul. He's ready to go. Doesn't look like it was serious. It popped. More scary.
One red. We're still neutral.
One more for that injury timeout. Now the score added to Abdul. Well, the third period. Abdul will not choose down again. He'll choose up. He's been successful on his feet.
Head by 4. Oh, nice inside trip. Oh, man.
Right to the back, looking like he's going to score at least. No near fall.
No near fall.
That was close. That was really nicely done, executed. 2 points, takedown. 3 points, takedown. You go from women's to men's in one night. You got to, it's a little different.
Another attempt at an inside trip. 9-3, another takedown by Indian Hills would be a major decision.
No riding time. As you said, Jim, a takedown would seal a major decision for the Warrior from Indian Hills. Has had control of this match the whole time.
Nice shot by King, in on a shot. Gets him lifted up, waterfall position. Wow.
Neutral.
Hetti trying to put him in trouble. Looks like we're gonna maybe a stalemate, but
neutral.
King holding on, trying to get a stalemate.
He's prying away, but
he's close. Oh, nice job by King. Right back into the upside down position. Time running out.
King's going to save a point for the team. It's not going to be a major decision. 9-3. Abdul. The winner for Indian Hills. 3 more points on the board. 19-4 after 165 pounds.
There's that inside trip. Abdul Hetti, man, that was sweet. Almost got back points too. Yeah, he's very skilled, man, on his feet.
Here's the high school wrestling championships. Girls on Friday, February 6th. The boys on Saturday, February 21st. You and I will be there, Jim, for the boys state high school.
Drayshawn had a nice interview with Drayshawn Ross, going for his 4th title. Be February 21st, the state finals. I assume most people feel he's in. He's the #1 heavyweight in America ranked, not just Iowa.
Got Sincere Clark. You're looking at Teimu Menbeleg, freshman, Newark, New Jersey. Going up against Sincere Clark. Saw his brother earlier. Jakari. Sincere ranked #1, undefeated.
This guy, yeah. Menbeleg, originally from Mongolia. So I'm sure he's also wrestled freestyle most of his life. But Sincere Clark, really long, lanky, goes hard, 7 minutes.
All right, gentlemen, here we go.
So it should be a good one.
Take him.
Clark out of Des Moines Valley, coached by Brett Wheeler. 2-time state placer. Teimu out of St. Benedict Prep, Newark, New Jersey. Clark, an All-American last year. Teimu only a freshman stepping in here, Iowa Central. 2 teams that'll battle for the top position here in about a month and a half in the National Junior College Championships. (19-4), Indian Hills. Winning their first ever national championship last year.
Action,
Program
gentlemen.
started by Cole Spree. It's about 6 years ago. Build it up to continue to get better all the time. Nice rivalry between these 2 Iowa schools.
Some hand fighting going on, not much else, but we've got 1:10 left in the first. Kind of a big lead. More than I thought it'd be a little bit more competitive at this
1
point.
minute, guys.
But
Offense.
Indian Hills is really, you know, when you come to your rival to wrestle and you really perform, the women too.
Yeah, it was kind of
Makes
like
you really feel good.
When you know that you're going into the enemy territory, you got to take it up a notch. It's not always easy to do, but you can see they've taken it up a notch tonight. I mean, from a standpoint of being ready to wrestle. Feeding off each other.
And you know, Sincere Clark, here, his little brother wrestled, right? Already? And you don't want to go home, little brother wins his match, and, you know, a little more pressure at the house.
Green. Green. Choice. Green. Green to defer. Red.
Menbeleg
Red to go down.
defers, looks over the staff, and
Green. Here we go.
he defers. Clark goes down.
That's it. Let's go, Teimu. All right, guys, wait for my whistle, okay? Hang tight in there. You're set. Cover legal, green.
Teimu comes on top now. Start of the second period, 0-0 after the first period. Fast escape for Clark.
Nice shot by Clark. Teimu kind of kicks out of it. Throws in his own underhook.
Yeah, good forceful underhooks. One to the right, one to the left. Just can't get it deep enough for him to get in there. And there's so many things you can do from the underhook. But you've got to be able to get to, you can't go straight ahead. Got to work that head, looking for position so you can get a little different look than straight on.
Yeah, Clark's had one shot, and it was more from the open instead of the tie-up. Hard to get something going when both guys head-to-head right there, ear to ear. There you go. Then you got to, both guys got a better chance out in the open. Both these guys are quick and athletic.
Good little outside shot by Teimu. You want to keep moving him. Keep taking those shots. There,
oh,
now there's an outside right up. Really nice job of bringing that leg right up. Looking to bring him down.
And he's up 3 feet in the
Nice
wave.
kick out. Good athleticism. Good action by both. There's a nice shot by Clark. Brought that leg right up, and Teimu was ready to go from a standpoint of his athleticism and was able to kick out. Good timing. All right. Yeah. Teimu will get the choice.
Neutral. They're going neutral.
Clark with the leg way up. Look how far, tries to sweep. Teimu just jumps higher, and then he'll turn and kick out. No points.
Teimu does not want to go underneath.
Nope.
So Teimu, again, like you said, you know, you can't learn how to be great underneath in a few years when it's been your whole lifetime not having to.
Right. Yeah, in freestyle, you can lay on your belly. If you don't get turned, they put you back up right away. 10, 15 seconds in. In folk style, you're going to get called for stalling.
So down 1-0, there's no riding time involved. Teimu's going to have to come out with a takedown.
Clark, nice job.
Yeah, Teimu's trying to scoot.
We're neutral. We're neutral.
Clark trying to come across so he can get his left arm through and cut across.
He's getting closer.
He's getting closer, getting closer.
Pulls it
out. Rolling through. There's your 3 points for Clark.
Plus he's got the leg turk.
Yep, good patience on Clark's part. Got the leg turked. Less than a minute left. This is where you want to be if you're Clark.
You don't want to let that leg go.
Nope.
Do not let that leg go if you're Clark.
Continue to elevate. He does let the leg go. Here's where your lift comes in. Nice follow through. This is not where Teimu wanted to be. Clark, that's a nice finish there with that takedown in the third period. Nice ride out. Looks like he's going to get a win. Going to put 3 more points on the board for Indian Hills. 22-4 is going to be the score. That's the end right there.
No riding time. Hang on your head here.
The Clark brothers.
Yep.
2-0 tonight.
There's some 2 talented young men right there. Both of them.
DeMarcus Poe for Iowa Central.
All right, gentlemen, good luck. Here we go. Good luck, sir.
Jonathan Colossi, freshman from Sumterville, Florida, the Village Charter School. Wrestling for his Uncle Joe Cummins.
State champ, Florida. Nice job, too. Quick takedown. Gets a bottom leg. Has him a little bit of trouble here. Settles for the takedown.
Colossi comes out fast against Poe. DeMarcus Poe, freshman, Mount Olive, Alabama. Jonathan Colossi, we said, was a freshman. He was a two-time New York State Place winner, part of the Buffalo Stampede Wrestling Club. Then he moved down to wrestle for his Uncle Joe at the Village Charter School and was 56-0.
That's a good move in right there.
Yeah.
Nice scramble here.
Yeah, nice little single leg there by DeMarcus, but good recovery by Colossi.
No control there, guys. No control. Stalemate. Line. Keep the hands on top, guys. Keep them on top.
Nice job by Poe.
Yeah, it was. He got in a single, cut off to a double, but Jonathan Colossi was able to come in and defend that, pull him up, and get out of it. Poe's got the underhook.
Got to watch his underhook, but Colossi tried a fireman's earlier. You want to walk in.
Not afraid to go up or. Good balance by both wrestlers. Colossi is just he's a step ahead of DeMarcus on the shots there from the standpoint of defense.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Poe freshman, Colossi also.
Keep that action up.
Already ranked. Colossi number 4. Nice single by Poe, but good whizzer there, looking to try to.
And then he needs to get
and come around.
Yeah. Poe hanging on for dear life.
Potentially dangerous. Had the knee going away that it's not supposed to go. Every rule in wrestling in there to protect the wrestlers.
Flip that over.
3-1. 45 seconds left in the first period. Again, an attempt to get in on the leg by Poe. Another attempt. Good stall call against Colossi. That came from the attempts by Poe.
Poe's done a great job attacking. He just needs to finish one, get back in the match here.
Colossi feels so comfortable with those whizzers. And you're right, the finish just needs to be quicker by Poe. He's got the leg up. Yep. No, and there's a takedown. Nope, near fall.
Colossi just knows where he's at, where he's at, and Poe is really good at getting to the leg, but just hasn't been able to be close to finishing.
Out, screen down.
Colossi just a little slow. He almost had DeMarcus in big trouble.
Here's a replay, looking for the single finish. Not quite getting there. He gets out of position, and Colossi just
drove through with those shoulders. Yeah,
just puts him down.
Colossi out front 6-1. So far, after 125, a shutout being thrown by Indian Hills over Iowa Central. Iowa Central started out with Belal winning a big match at 125. But since then, it's been all Indian Hills. Webb, Whitehead, Muhammad, Clark, Hetti, Clark, and now Colossi. Doing a good job on top. DeMarcus he continues to wrestle. He's got good action.
Red control here, red control.
Colossi feels comfortable in every position.
Bo needs to come up and trying to pull his hand free. He's in a good spot right here. He's on the edge though. Can't go off the mat.
Keep that foot in there. There is 2 reversal.
He worked hard.
Yes, he did. He knew where he was. He got it. Good execution there by DeMarcus Poe.
Really like Poe's effort.
6-3. Clossie's down. Poe comes back.
Wants to go neutral.
Gives the 1.
Neutral.
7-3 now with that 1 point given to him. DeMarcus says, let me get back on my feet. I got to make some hay here. Oh, nice job. Single, double. Run through. You know, he keeps attacking. He's going to be successful, Poe, on this.
Love his effort.
Neutral.
Oh, nice job of squaring up by Colossi. Good job by Poe of pulling him in. And that is 3 points. Good effort by Poe. 7-6. 40 seconds left. Body language. Colossi starting to slow down.
Love it. Poe just keeps attacking. Almost loses it, but comes back later on the edge of the mat, gets the takedown. Poe also now racing riding time. There cuts him.
1 point. 8-6. Colossi ahead, but the last score has been a nice job. Lowered level, drove through. Brings him down to 3 more. Big comeback by DeMarcus Poe.
9-8.
Be big if he can just
now
ride out here.
He's trying to get a tilt. He's still trying to score.
Keep wrestling, keep wrestling.
We'll go to the 3rd period. 9-8, no riding time.
Shot, here's a shot, comes up to a double, drives to the edge.
Oh, he did a nice job of pulling those hips down.
Really did. Man, he has had high-level effort in this match today. He wants to go on his feet again. Here we go.
9-9, no riding time. Next take. Poe's on a roll. 3 points. He's looking to pile it on. Tell you what, you do not see a lot of wrestlers gain this kind of energy.
Yeah.
Oh, no takedowns.
Wow.
No scoring. 12-9, DeMarcus out in front.
Poe is like a machine. He's ready to go again. Here we go. Now ahead 12-9. He just can't get sloppy. He just got to stay solid as he keeps attacking. And on a shot again, lifts up.
12-10. Yeah, that escape. That's right. 12-10. DeMarcus Poe out in front.
He's getting close to a takedown, putting him in trouble.
Neutral.
And 3 more. What a job. Getting Iowa Central back into this. Really nice effort. It was a nice effort when he wasn't figuring out Colossi. And that effort has really paid off.
He's not letting up. He's got to stay solid. Don't get careless. There's another takedown.
3 points. 18-11. They want him to let him go.
Oh, man, Poe's having fun. That's what I'm talking about. Don't get careless. It's headlocked to his back.
It's going to be a 7-point move.
I believe we got 18-18.
19-18. And the reversal to his back.
He's got a 2 near fall.
What a match.
some fun right there. You gotta love it.
We're gonna have to get the calculator out.
Constant attacks.
DeMarcus Poe came out on top. What an effort by both wrestlers at the end. DeMarcus Poe almost getting pinned with that headlock. Fights off his back, come back on top.
Yep, 12-10.
You kind of do need almost a calculator on that one. It was happening so fast. Fast and furious.
They went neutral.
Over 40 points scored.
Here's the end. Here's the headlock. Close to getting pinned, and then reverses him to his back. Poe comes out on top.
Yep, 2-2. And the win for DeMarcus Poe, Iowa Central. 22-7 now. What a match. Home crowd likes that one. (22-10). Here comes another crowd favorite. Zaman Anwar, a freshman out of Pakistan, going up against Nasir Edmonds. Zaman Anwar for Iowa Central. Nasir Edmonds out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, stepping out for Indian Hills. Good size, 285-pounders, Jimmy.
Well, you're not a kid.
Edmonds was 6th last year. 6'3", 285, All-American. Started wrestling as a high school junior. Lansdowne High School. He was a state champion, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Anwar, a freshman. Goes at about 275, 280.
Work center, work center. You okay? You good? Walk with me, walk with me. Do you want injury time? Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go.
Crowd getting a little excited here. Iowa Central wants to end this thing with a big win for their heavyweight, Anwar. Indian Hill's going to win the war. They're out front 22-10.
You're right, Tim. You want to end it a positive way. You know, you're home. You had a good crowd here.
Good crowd. Got excited. Appreciated all of the wrestling. Pep band. Chick-fil-A for the first 250 students in here. "21 matches tonight brought to you here on College Wrestling, Iowa PBS. First 11. The women's side, there's a nice little snatch.
Anwar gets a single.
If he can lower his level, run his legs.
It's a big guy to
all
trip
about
down.
feet.
See if he can dump him down or trip. Good effort, but nothing doing.
Hey!
Man, we had some fans part of the show here.
Yep.
They're diving out of the way. Woo! Man. Yes. Yeah. Here we go. Got through the first period. Nothing happened. No score. Had some good action, but no score.
Indian Hill's going to choose down. Nasir Edmonds, the sophomore out of Virginia Beach, chooses down. Zaman Anwar, the freshman out of Punjab, Pakistan.
Oh, he throws a leg in. You don't see that much from heavyweights. Throws a leg in. Referee's counting because
Gets the boot in on the other side. Has Edmonds flat. Looking for that inside near wrist. Needs to come out to the side. Looking for that half Nelson from the other side.
Now both
boots in, but Edmonds trying to get up to his base, but flat and back out.
50 seconds riding time, build up.
Yeah, good position, understanding, good position there by Anoir. Yep, stalemate, good call. It was parallel. You'd like to be able to be left there as long as you can, but the official says, hey, you got to be always trying for the pin on top. To do that, you got to get out to the side.
You gotta stay set.
A couple of good looking heavyweights here. Caution on top.
Yeah, he's got to have his knee down on one side, at least one knee, so. There it is.
Edmonds does a nice job getting to his feet.
He's going to get a stall call. He does get a stall call.
Riding time will stop. Okay. 1 point escape, so a stall call. But the riding time was 1:14, as you pointed out, Jim. That is significant. He'll have 14 seconds, 14 seconds to get out. The opportunity to maybe win this with that riding time point. Short time in the second period. 1-0 lead by Edmonds from Indian Hills with the escape, but the riding time
belongs to Anoir.
Minute 12. They adjusted that. I think they stopped the riding time when they had the stall call. All right. He's got the riding time, so he's going to choose.
Neutral.
He chooses neutral. So it's
basically a tie right now.
Tie right now, so it's got to be a takedown. Whoever gets the takedown. If they end up with no stall calls on, you've got to remember, Iowa Central's Anoir has a stall call on him. 1-0 on the board, but riding time to Iowa Central's heavyweight.
Nice,
nice, high crotch. Can he finish it? Drives through, look at the feet, boom!
Beautiful job.
The crowd appreciates this kind of ending if this is how it goes. That was a big time takedown.
High crotch, cut to the double.
And boom. Driving with those legs.
Here we go, nice high crotch. Comes up, drives to the double, just keeps driving.
That's the way you like to see it, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, that's how you finish. It's hard to be defensive. You can't counter that when you're getting drove like that. No, he's got another caution.
Another caution. You've got to keep that knee down.
Stay knee down. Okay. Cover.
That's big. Next one would be a point.
Yeah, well.
Good job by Edmonds getting up again. Nice job. 3-2.
Edmond getting active here.
He's got a score. Minute left. You know, I mean, if he gets, he could get a stall call. You'd need more than one, though. It's 3-2. Effectively, it's 4-2, a 2-point lead. But a takedown and a ride out would win it for Edmonds. Indian Hills needs a takedown and a ride out, and they would win. Otherwise, Iowa Central will get a big victory. A couple of them at the end of this meet.
Oh, he's after it. Remember, Anoir's got a stall call.
Yeah, and I would think that he should have just been hit again.
This headgear came off, so.
seconds left. 8.8 seconds left.
They're trying to get Iowa Central coaches trying to get Anoir's attention. Edmonds putting on the headgear.
He knows he's got to have a
big
execute.
finish.
What's the go-to move here? And you get one shot.
Here we go. There's a shot. Anoir blocking off.
He's going to hold off. Big victory for the heavyweight, for the Tritons. 3 more points on the board. There's your winner. Iowa Central ends on a positive note. A couple of matches there at the end. Good fight there. And your winner, Simon Anoir. Good effort by both. And 22-13, the winner tonight in the men's meet between Indian Hills and Iowa Central. Indian Hills coming out the victor in both the men's and women's meet. Luke Moffitt, great host, great program here at Iowa Central. The up-and-comers, the national champions, Indian Hills, both men's and women's.
Hey.
Our next college wrestling duel, Iowa State hosts South Dakota State at the Humboldt Gym.
Awesome.
For Jim Miller, I'm Tim Johnson. Thank you for watching college wrestling on Iowa PBS.
Funding for college wrestling has been provided by Paul Hufford, David Ryan, Jim Miller, Randy Majors, Tim Johnson. For a full list of funders, visit iowapbs.org/college wrestling. And by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.